Hi guys, welcome back to Mind Power. I'm here with
Letabo
and
Flex
and
Essie.
how you guys doing for Massey?
I'm good. I think it's a good day. Sun is out. Can't complain.
can't complain.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Boy, I'm now, here chilling with Mind Power for the first time. For the first time, I'm finally here, bro. I'm finally here. Break capacity
made it.
made it here. Yeah,
Brain capacity.
yeah. But like, yeah, bro, nothing too crazy. It's like a sunny day,
Yeah.
Best time to be outside, touching grass.
How you doing, Masaze?
Are we not asking the guests first?
Okay. How are you doing?
I am doing great. I'm just tired. It's been a long week, eh?
Yeah.
Longest week of my life. And it's only Feb, guys.
For real.
Yeah.
And let's through it, bro. That's what time should I be talking about, bro.
He's digging for too much, like you put it out.
He's like, we just met. But it's like, relax.
Oh, no,
Chill
man.
out. Chill out.
All right.
Can I ask you? Okay, I'm doing great, guys.
Just answer because now it's gonna look snagged. Everybody answers and then I don't. I'll just pretend. I'm so good. I'm so great. It's a good day. It's a really good day.
Alright. I'm okay. Yeah, having a neutral day, nothing too crazy, nothing too exciting.
Yeah.
The topic that I chose for the panel, it's been quite a very juicy topic online recently. But the question is to you guys, what makes a high value individual? What makes a high value man versus a high value female? Starting from Flex.
Bro, what? What?
We'll end with you.
I just arrived. What makes a high value individual?
Yeah. So you can start with like for a guy and for a girl, or you can, if you think that's the same qualities, you can bash them in one category.
Okay. I mean, for me, like, what makes like a high value individual is basically like someone who's like emotionally available for themselves and other people. You get what I'm saying? And
Okay.
also like invested in like just growing themselves financially, physically and all that stuff. And then so like it goes both ways apart from like the natural gender norms. But then, yeah, bro, it's just that. Nothing too crazy.
Azzy?
I think for men, what makes a high value man is basically to add on to what Flex said, because I believe those are important as well, but just having a vision for your life, a direction that you're going.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. I'll just keep it at that so I don't finish all of them.
Sean?
And then for women, I think what makes a high value woman is being able to operate in this world and be able to tap into doing like your masculine side, but still being able to remain feminine and soft and still being a girl, essentially. I think
agree.
that's a powerful thing.
Media train you?
For me, I just think what makes a high value person in general, regardless of their gender, is someone who's always willing or someone who always strives to like improve themselves and just always wants to do better. Also someone who like learns from their mistakes and someone who's just like accountable and serious about life, man.
Yeah.
Unlike Flex.
Bro, what?
People who don't vape.
Okay. I think I'm going to be the antagonist now. I like to see the world for what it is and not what I would like it to be.
Okay.
So I think what society puts value in man is wealth and in women is beauty. Despite what people may somewhat try to like insinuate that they would want, but time and time again we see people gravitating towards what they deem as valuable, despite saying I want this quality, that quality. And ideally you want everyone to be like what we gravitate towards, the North Star. You want everyone to tick all the boxes, but most of the boxes that people generally articulate are ignored when the person has either wealth for guys and beauty for females.
Okay, then we can ask you a question then. So then are you asking us to define what a high value person is to us or what
Or
society
society.
deems a high value person to be?
To you.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
then-
what is it to you? Because you're answering for what society
I kind of agree with society.
Oh,
I think like you gain value if you have monetary. You can make decisions. You can help. You are more valuable by that definition.
and
Like
then
if
you think for girls, like a high value girl sees just a girl who's beautiful.
okay,
But that's not true, because also if you were to, even if
can
you
we
would,
can we can we
okay,
can
yeah.
let him answer and then
Okay,
we'll have
okay, then we'll
discussion.
add-
It will be
okay,
open. Let's
let's
just
go.
all have our opening statements.
All right,
And then we can
we
engage.
can go into it. Okay.
So for me, I think being a high value person in general is being very mindful of how you treat other people. I think when it comes to like dating standards and the value that we have in dating standards, it's always about what the other person is, doing. And oh, I want this person to do this for me, this person to do that for me. But a lot of people don't really look at what they bring into other people's lives. Like, I don't know, experience a high value person. You need to be that first. Like, I think a lot of people love other people like in a very low quality. They cannot provide a single thing that they demand. So they want kindness but cannot be kind to anyone. They want partners who are, attentive and like open to communication, but they don't listen like at all, and they themselves don't speak. I think, yeah, like even with if a man is valuable because of money, like a lot of the time, like a lot of those people are speaking hypotheticals. They've never experienced anything like that. Like maybe they don't have the money or they've never dated someone with money. So I don't know if they're sure of that value being real. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Okay, ad break. Welcome back. Asanda, you had a point to
I
put.
did have a point, and it's to fight your point.
Okay.
Let's go to war. Okay, so you said what society or you deems valuable in women is beauty, right?
Yeah.
But let's say beauty is in the equation, but what is more important, her beauty or her purity?
Purity.
Yeah.
What does purity mean?
Body count,
No, I don't care about purity.
society.
Yeah, not that much.
So she can have 50 bodies and you're okay with it.
50 is extreme, but like.
But that's what I'm saying,
But like,
purity.
But like, what are
I
the
don't-
odds that you're gonna know that someone has 50 bodies?
And
Genuine chats.
even
But
so, I don't know how you're comparing beauty and purity. I don't know how we went there. That's it's a bit of-
Isn't it the question is what makes someone a high value individual?
So you're saying like you value.
Not me.
Also,
In some societies, purity is valued more.
No, but we're speaking for ourselves. Didn't we divert from like in general to?
Okay.
So now you're saying a woman that has a high body count is less
I
valuable.
think maybe when you counter argue his argument, use
Himself.
what you define as a high value woman.
Yeah, because
Instead
if you're saying a woman with a high body count, that reflects to you that you feel like a woman with a high body count is not valuable.
you
Is that
can
what
be
you're
honest,
saying?
This is a safe space. By
It's
the way,
not.
It's really not. The internet
Is that
not a
is that
safe
what you're
space.
saying? Is that what you're saying?
I was more so talking towards society.
Oh,
Okay.
But
then I understand.
but
But
for
we're
you
speaking
personally.
for ourselves, aren't we?
Okay, yeah, we can
So
speak for
are you
ourselves.
countering my points? Because I can speak on a societal perspective as well.
I think let's keep it on a personal level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you asking me?
So does her purity not matter to you?
Doesn't
She
matter.
can have 50 bodies
Yeah.
and you're okay with it.
Yeah.
That's progressive.
Cool.
That's lovely.
Oh, does it matter to you?
I'm hesitant because I think a little bit yes. Like I feel like
Yeah.
okay, for me, Nam, I don't want to say no because I do think engaging with too many people sexually takes away from just you as a person, especially as a female. We're such emotional beings, and connecting with so many people at that level, I think you have to kill a part of yourself
But you're
to
not
just be
speaking
okay.
from your personal perspective.
Okay,
'cause you're saying-
personally.
because you're saying as a female, you do not
Okay,
date females.
Okay.
So you're
got
like,
you, got
especially
you, got
as a
you.
female, well, we're speaking from your perspective. So there's a bit of misalignment.
Okay, personally.
Because if you're speaking personally, you wouldn't use a female as an example. Do you get what I'm saying?
So I'm still speaking on a societal level right now.
But
No,
like,
I'm asking you.
you should be telling me.
Personally,
I think I see where the misconnection is. Remember, okay, what was your definition of what a high value woman is?
mine was being able to operate in the world and exert your, I don't want to say dominance, but like still stand your ground, but still maintain your femininity.
Then use that.
Okay,
Yes.
that's my discussion point. Okay, got
Because that's what's personal to you, because it's your definition of what a high value woman
Got
is.
you.
So what is your question?
No, my question was just to bring the purity point into the conversation.
Which you connect with? for a female or for a guy as well.
No, I was speaking to your point. I was not discussing mine. So I was countering yours. I was saying, is beauty really the thing that makes a
So-
girl valuable, or does her purity matter as
So
well?
I think beauty is the main thing, and then the
Okay.
subsector of skills are very important.
Okay.
But most people gravitate towards like, oh, this person is so pretty. That's your touch point, and everything else becomes like, it becomes fundamentals.
Got you.
Where a woman would want like, oh no, I want a guy that's stable, well put together,
Yeah.
and then like, and nice, and this and that. But the first thing that I think people look at, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, is like, is he put together? Is he wealthy? Is he, because wealth shows certain also characteristics, right? You are disciplined enough to focus on one thing, and not for everyone. It's like, but most people would say you're disciplined enough to go to a job day to day, focus, commit to it, and achieve what you've achieved. So there's certain characteristics that's kind of like adjacent
Yeah.
to being wealthy. Where with the women, it's like, yeah, my touch point is when I go speak to a girl, it's like, oh, I think she's so beautiful, and then she's like, and she's smart, and she's kind, and I don't want just a beautiful girl with no brains, but then I gravitate towards beauty. That's what I'm thinking about when I'm going to someone. I'm just like, oh, this person looks nice, let me go speak to her.
Can I say something? I think you're right in the sense that beauty is something that people gravitate towards initially, but I don't think it's valuable enough to make people stay. Like you said, if you're gravitating towards someone who's attractive, but then you realize, oh, actually, she's not that smart, you might leave, you know? Even like a guy who's rich. There's some people who are rich but have whack personalities or whack traits. Maybe they're abusive and things like that. So, yes, I agree with you. Like, on an outer level,
Those things do make people high
yes,
value.
but it's not enough. It's not valuable enough to make someone stay and say, I'm staying with this person just because she's beautiful.
I hear where you're coming from. I guess this is one of those, like, it's purely subjective, because there are things as trophy wives. Some people are comfortable with just having a beautiful wife.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, if they have low self-esteem and they're like, oh, nah, this person shows my, even it's bad, but they'll objectify, shows my self-worth to this like super hot model, despite her being like brain dead. They're like, yo, for me, her beauty is enough.
And you?
Pardon?
What about you?
I said beauty is the starting point, and I look for those subset factors. Yeah,
that's
I
what
wouldn't,
I'm
I
saying.
wouldn't,
100%.
I wouldn't date just a girl that's beautiful. I don't
So
have to
then-
do that, but that's the starting point.
Yeah,
I
it's
said
the
that.
starting point, but do you think that's what makes a person valuable? It's a starting point, yes. But value?
Yes, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. I think it
I
is.
disagree.
So, because if someone had all those characteristics that you like and they're not beautiful, would you go for them?
I don't know.
I'm asking you a question.
Maybe not initially, but maybe after getting to know that person.
Has that ever happened?
I'm a girl. Looks don't really matter for girls. So I can't really answer you. They do play a part, but like,
It's not as
yes, it's not as deep.
Okay, that's why I said beauty for guys.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
so you have to.
Oh, no. Beautiful guys, no.
I'm
it's
saying
not
beauty
important.
matters for guys, not for girls. And you guys, I'm saying the
Money.
value is money.
Okay.
So you're proving to my point, Loki, because you're saying you don't really care about the beauty when it comes to guys.
Yeah.
And I didn't
'cause-
say that's the value that's instinct within guys. I said it's money. And for guys, personally, I feel like guys look at beauty, and that's the starting point. And
The reason why I answered to beauty is because I was talking about beauty and
Okay.
then you threw the question back at me. So I didn't know that you were saying I should speak from my perspective. I thought we were still on the
Yeah.
beauty chat.
Yeah, Lucifer had something to say.
sorry,
Oh, I wanted
a
to.
lot.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about beauty. I think beauty is such a. I don't know. It's a very fleeting thing. Like, I don't think it holds enough power or permanence for it to ever really be considered. Because I think, firstly, beauty in the way it's defined by a lot of men is very patriarchal. And like, I think a lot of girls who say that their beauty is like their biggest like bargaining tool don't realize that they've been like conditioned by the patriarchy to have that as the only thing they can offer, because it's like they teach girls to aspire to only be beautiful, right? Like, I'm not sure if you've seen, there's this video that was like popular 2 years ago where this girl was like, you can say affirmations in the mirror, I'm so beautiful, I'm everyone's type, but can you spell pharaoh, right? And a lot of people took offense to it because they were like, it's pretentious. But I think when you start letting go of the idea of beauty being the only thing, a lot of people get offended because they think you are above the attention of men, right? Because that's the thing. Because if you think about it, if you use it as like a bargaining chip in relationships, and the only reason you care about your beauty is widening your dating options, what happens after that? Really nothing. You have all these people who think you're attractive, and then what? Like, they only care about you on a surface level. It doesn't really matter. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but a lot of the time, I guess the argument is presented like this or that. I don't think it's just this or that. You can be beautiful and have those other subsects.
Yeah.
And if you're beautiful and have those skills, you're going to be gravitated towards more. I think the touch points, the entry points, the attraction comes from the beauty. And it's like, it's almost portrayed as like it's, if you're beautiful, you're
You're not
beautiful
smart.
bum.
Yeah.
Or you are just a super smart, average looking person. You can be beautiful and people will be gravitated towards you and have all those other skills. But what I'm saying from like a male's perspective, your entry point is like, oh my God, she's so beautiful. And then comes and.
Okay, but my other thing is, if beauty is like the entry point, right? It's like the first thing you look at, and then the other qualities that could potentially make someone great. So what if a person isn't beautiful? Are you not going to like give them a chance to see if they possess any other valuable qualities? Because like I feel like sometimes beauty is the thing that makes other people get given a chance. Like, to prove your intelligence, you must be beautiful first.
Pretty
To
privileged.
prove you're like, you know, funny, I must see you're beautiful first. To see you're this, I must see you're beautiful first. So if you're not considered beautiful, are you not going to be given a chance to show your other qualities?
No, then
No.
the other qualities that you have, bruh,
yeah.
the other qualities that you have are gonna do the talking for you.
I
If
don't
they're
think
just that
so,
great.
though.
It's literally just
think-
like that, bro.
I agree with you. And in an idealistic world, like what you're articulating would be preferred.
Yeah.
But pretty privilege is a thing in corporate in every and it is a problem, right? But it's the reality. I won't act like that's not how we function and I'm gonna close my eyes and ignore it. I'm victim to it. My first touch point is beauty and all the other stuff. I will not look at a girl that I do not find beautiful and give her a chance. It sounds very rude and very like shallow, but it's the truth.
See, that's the thing. Like, I think that's what's getting to me, and it's something I've been thinking about like a lot lately. Is that if because again, a lot of these are personal, right?
Yeah.
We can speak for society all we want, but like, if I'm gonna look at every single person and say I'm only gonna talk to you because I find you beautiful, that's kind of like limiting, and it's kind of like a huge disservice to yourself too, because I think it also like kind of goes into other areas of your life, right? I don't think it's only limited to dating. Sometimes, if that's how you look at dating, sometimes you only end up befriending people if they're pretty too. Like, it tricks you. If you only look at
Potentially.
the surface first, you're gonna do it for a lot of things, and you're gonna trick yourself.
But I think that I don't know if it's so much okay, it is probably bad because you need to make the conscious decision to not look at that aspect and decide someone's value just off of their beauty. But I think it's human nature that you're gonna judge the book by the cover, and when someone is not physically attractive, you're gonna value them in your head and say, okay, like, I'm not gonna give this person the time of day because you're not attractive looking. I think that's just how it is. But it needs to be a conscious decision for you to decide that, okay, looks are not everything.
I understand.
What's that say?
What?
Where did you go? You saw that? Did you not oppose or agree where you're standing with the current conversation?
I agree with Asanda, in the sense that I think people need to start realizing that beauty is not everything. Paki, realize beauty is not everything.
I didn't say it's everything.
Okay, what I'm saying is, it shouldn't be your entry point.
No, that's
But then
That's
how?
That's-
She literally mentioned that it's human nature.
yeah. Like I feel like that's how people function. It's not exempt to me. I think I'm just being blatantly honest. I think a lot of people think the way I do.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, in an ideal world, obviously it's not possible and people are not going to do it. I'm probably not going to do it either. I'm just saying, like, ideally speaking, if everything could just be the way we would prefer it to be, people should not, like, treat beauty as, like, the entry point. But also, I wanted to ask you a question. Have you ever, like, found yourself in a situation where your entry point is beauty and you're like, damn, I made a mistake?
Yes, I have. I think that's normal. But I've also been like, oh my God, this person is so amazing. It would work perfectly well, but the attraction is just not there.
Yeah.
I don't find this person attractive, and I'm not going to force myself and try despite everything clicking super well. This person,
Really?
yeah, I'm like, I just can't. The physical attraction is not there, and I'm
Like,
yeah.
how did she sneak in?
What?
How did you sneak in this crazy?
But yeah, it's like it's something I have actively experienced where I'm like, no, this is important to me, and I shouldn't beat myself up about like wanting this and that. You know, I think it's perfectly normal and fine.
Can I pull the conversation back to the purity thing? Because I want to hear what you guys are thinking, right? Because I'm
Try and,
like,
like,
I
face
thought
the
about
camera
it
so when I clip
for
it.
myself, right? Being a Zulu girl, right? And having to maintain that purity up until a certain age where you have your ceremony, memulo. I think I kind of do look at purity as something that values someone simply because, like, kind of it's the culture that I grew up in, and that's what I understand to be valuable as a girl. You keep your virginity until, you know, you're ready to be handed off.
Hand it off.
Well, that's what the culture says.
I'll let you tackle this one.
I don't know. I think tradition and culture, yes, is important, but not all of it is correct or relevant or building. I think there are a lot of valuable things in our culture and our tradition, but it's okay for us to admit that some things are not progressive and should be like, you know, taken to the bin. Because purity culture is such a very strange thing, because sometimes it tends to be a bit pedophilic. Because if you think about the concept of virginity, it's to increase your value for the bride price and to make you more valuable to a future husband, a hypothetical husband. A man who has never been asked to keep that same purity or standard for the wife that he's going to get. And a lot of the time it's targeted towards young girls, and like, so that they're more valuable in the sight of older men. Like, I mean, right now there's an issue with that in the country. There's like an alarming number of Christian men as well, not just traditionalist men, who are marrying very young girls purely because they're virgins and they think their virginity makes them young. They think it cleanses them, but it's like, it's weird. It's very strange. I don't know. I don't think purity is valuable. I think it's creepy and should be let go of.
I have a different perspective. I agree with you on some level, but I think as a female, I'm not going to speak for society, as myself, I think engaging with people on a sexual level takes a lot out of me as a girl, right? It takes a lot, and for me to even allow someone into my space that way, it takes a lot out of me. So for me to engage with multiple sexual partners, I think with each time that you do it, it's like a little part of you dies each time. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Do you sorry, can I just ask?
But also, I don't know. That just came into my mind. I don't know if that perspective is because of how I perceive purity to be valuable, or it's just how it is because I'm an emotional being. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to ask that, but you kind of answered, because I was like, do you feel less valuable when you engage in such acts? Do you physically feel like, nah, I'm like...
To be honest, yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like there's also an element of like conditioning, where it's like you've been told you should feel that way after said act. So it's like you're latching, or maybe it's like a genuine thing. I'm not in your body. I don't experience that, but I feel like there could be a potential element of people telling you, okay, nah, a person that does this is perceived as this way, and you're like, oh damn, I did this, so I am less valuable.
I hear you.
I feel like what you said, like you feel like you lose a part of yourself. Do you feel like men also do lose a part of themselves in the same act? Because something that really bothers me about this conversation about sex is that women shouldn't be engaging in it as often, because women are emotional beings and they get attached to every single sexual partner they have. But to be honest, I think every single person is an emotional being. I think if we see something, if men dominating suicide rates shows us that they're also emotional beings, they just don't know how to express them or find comfort, right? So there's no such thing as women are more emotional. That's the first thing. Second thing is when people brand women as emotional beings, I don't think that's an insult, and I don't think it should be taken as an insult, because I think something that men trick themselves into is being desensitized to the emotions of other people, right? I think men engaging in sex and like thinking that, okay, it's okay for me to hook up with as many people, I won't get attached. I think they're lying to themselves. Like, I think a lot of them are very sad. A lot of them do make some sort of connection. And I think the more we talk about it as, okay, men are cold towards this act, I think it makes you sad in general, because you have to have a level of care for a person to be naked with them. It doesn't matter. I don't care what people say, right? I don't care what people say. I think
Are you sure about that?
I think to some degree, like, to be honest, I think to some degree everyone has a little bit of care for all of their consenting sexual partners. I think there's a little bit of care. It might not be that much, but I think you do care a little bit about the person you are currently naked with, and it's to admit that. Like, I think it's okay to admit that. I think we're all very cold and we're like, oh my gosh, like, I don't care about this person, and I think that's a bit gross. Like, that's a bit gross for us to, not care.
Yeah, I think it's like two sides
Yeah.
of the male and female perspective, where you're kind of like conditioned as a guy to like, okay, nah, it's just sex, it's not that deep. We literally, when husbands and stuff cheat, it was like, yo, no, I just slept with her, I love you. Like, for guys, sex is seen as like a throwaway activity where there's zero emotion and you can have it on the side and not have any sense of feeling. And I feel like society and a lot of girls somewhat even believe that, like, oh, like, he cheated. That's why I think even women are more accepting of when their partner cheats, because I think it's conditioning from both sides. Like, value your virginity, guys. It's whatever. It's recreational. You can do it here and there when you want to. It doesn't mean nothing. There's no emotional attachment to it. And what you're told, you will start to believe, and you will behave in such a way. So if I'm constantly being told that, like, yeah, sex is not a deep thing, and I'm going through the sexual activities and I'm not processing it as a deep thing, it's not going to feel like it. I know there's probably a lot of people watching that feel like, okay, no, people are yapping, sex is not that deep. I do not care, but it's years of programming and conditioning and speaking to other guys that, like, yo, dude, you're deep in this thing, it's not that big. Flex, what do you think?
I genuinely would like to say, bro, sometimes it's not that deep.
Okay.
Do you believe that?
Yeah, bro. Like, sometimes, but like, genuine chats, like, generally speaking, I don't think people should be having as much sex as they are having, because like, from a spiritual point of view, bro, that shit is very dangerous for you.
Whoa, you went from it's not that deep to
Yeah. No, my chat is no, my chat is, yeah, it's not that deep. Like, emotionally, you can have sex with someone and like not feel emotions for them, but like just attraction, and it's just that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah.
You don't think so?
You
Genuinely think, bro, you can.
so repeat that statement, please.
Like, you can just be attracted to someone and sleep with them, right? But like, don't have any deep emotions for them.
But
and
then
just like,
previously you mentioned you were having like some exchange of energy or
yeah. I said even though like in terms of like emotional and it's not that deep, but like spiritually, bro, I feel like people should not be having sex.
don't
that
they
much.
tie in? Like,
Yeah, that's what
how
I'm
you
saying,
feel
that-
spiritually and emotionally, isn't there? Because you can't feel like emotionally it's not that deep, but spiritually it's deep. Like,
Emotions and spirits, bro. I kind of would like to believe that they're completely different.
okay,
So it's like a different realm that you're tapping into. You get what I'm saying? So now when you're sleeping with someone, you're collecting all the energies that exist in them. You get what I'm saying? As also you're transferring your energies. So like, basically how this affects you, bro. You could sometimes like meet like a great person, right? And you could like share like great energy with them, and that shit could like change your life for the better. But then there's other people, when we go back to like the purity chat, right? So like, they probably like sleeping with like bad guys or like bad women. You get what I'm saying? And so like, they just keep collecting bad energy. So then when you get to them, your life just like goes into turmoil. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I understand what you're saying. I don't necessarily really agree or believe in the whole soul ties and collecting
real.
energy, and I
That shit,
don't.
it
Yeah.
is actually real, bro. Because I've experienced it like in certain occurrences, bro, where like I'd basically like sleep with someone who's like not in their best state, bro. Mentally, you get what I'm saying? And it affects you, bro. Like, you can actually see the change that, like, when I met this person, my life was moving in this type of direction and this affected me. Now I'm just like down, or like I'm vibrating low. You get what I'm trying to say?
I hear you. For me, it's like there is so much factors that could potentially attribute to the way you're feeling that way. I feel like when you have a certain belief system, you can easily credit it to like, oh no, it's because fuck, I lost my train of thought. I'm like, when you
have a belief system,
and then you go out into the world, and then, like, let's say you feel negatively affected and you already have that preconceived notion, it's easy for you to attach that to what's actually happening. It's easy for you to be like, oh no, I believe soul ties and I slept with this girl and it's like, oh, it's kind of offish, now my life is going to the dust, it's because of her, it's making me actually feel bad. Where maybe there's a lot of factors in your life that are contributing to you feeling bad. Maybe you're going through a lot of actual real stuff that you caused yourself.
Sometimes, bro.
What if it's consistent where every time you sleep with someone, your energy matches that person?
I guess there's also could be a sense of guilt.
All
a
the
sense
time.
Because you believe that.
No, but sometimes, like, soul ties doesn't necessarily mean like you yes.
Yes,
Can affect you mentally,
And it could be positive too. So I'm saying, what if like your energy every single time you sleep with someone new?
Can I bring a
Understand-
different perspective?
can I-
Because I
can I-
think I
can-
understand you.
Before, can I just
Okay,
answer?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
for me, it's more so, it's like you have to remember the starting point. Your starting point is, I believe in soul ties and I
Yeah.
believe in negative energy. So when it happens
It's
and
the
then you
soul
sleep,
tie.
there's a sense of guilt. There's a sense of, oh
I'm not saying it's negative.
no, but
I'm just saying energies in general.
so with
affect you good and bad.
Yes.
I feel
So,
like
like,
this will
the
help.
transfer of
Nah,
energies, yeah.
the same way you saying it starts with the belief, the soul tie belief, right? If I don't believe in soul ties and I believe that the devil is now out to get, not the devil, but God is punishing me because I engaged in sexual acts. If things happen badly for you, you're gonna attribute it to the fact that I disrespected God and then God is punishing you. But if you believe in soul ties,
ties.
yes, that you're gonna attribute it to the fact that, oh, I slept with 1, 2, 3. That's why my life is going bad. But if you believe something else, it's gonna be something else that's making your life.
So if it's based on subjective belief, is it really real? So it's like we can all experience
what
the
I'm
same. So
saying.
it's like it that's, you're kind of agreeing to my point, because it's like you latch onto this because it's your pre-existing belief system. It's
I
not.
like to say, like, all these beliefs, bro, they just align into like one belief, bro.
They all connect.
If it's all subjective and you're saying it doesn't really exist, why do then people feel a certain way? What causes it then? What they believe in? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're saying they feel something and then they attach that feeling to something they believe in, versus they feel something because of what they believe in.
I'm saying they do an action and they attach, like, let's say if something is granted that it's actively, you should be feeling bad, you attach it to that activity instead of looking at it objectively. You can be like, oh no, this is bad because this is happening because of that.
So what would be that explanation then?
What explanation?
Because if you had a different perspective, right, and you don't believe in soul ties, you don't believe that God is punishing you, you would probably think, oh, I slept with her on Tuesday. Today's just a bad day.
But it's a bad day because of something else.
Okay.
Exactly.
You're attaching that to.
Yeah, I think you give power to whatever you believe in. It could literally be anything. For some people, maybe they process their emotions differently. Some people, I think, once they have, like, I don't know, a once-off, like, sexual encounter with someone, like what you said, it could potentially be guilt, right?
It's basically whatever you believe in confirms
Yeah.
the bad things.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever you put power into, you believe, whatever narrative. Yeah, I think it's basically that. Some people will jerk off and feel fine, and some people will jerk off and feel disgusting because they
That's
told you it's like
true.
a disgusting act to
That
do,
you're
and you're
masturbating with the devil.
yes. So it's like if you have that framing of masturbation, you feel unpure and like.
True.
But someone can be like, oh no, it's just busting another
But
one
like, if
about
we're
my
gonna
day.
be valid, bro, it's not just busting a nut, bro.
What's happening?
Like, I thought it wasn't that deep.
Yeah, like, it wasn't deep. What's the vibe? Like, tell us.
It is deep.
No, I'm saying, like, emotionally, yeah, you can just pass it off.
Okay.
But like, spiritually, you can't.
So what's busting a nut spiritual?
No, I was just making a joke of, like, saying, when some people joke off, they're like, damn, shit. And then others are like, but like, if we're gonna keep it a bean, bro, like,
Okay. I want to
No,
say
what is shark shoulder? You need to use your words.
it's not just jerking off, bro. That
What
shit
is it?
affects you.
How?
how.
mentally, bro, it takes away from you. Like it affects you, like in terms of what's this called? Your confidence, stuff
Okay.
like that, bro.
But I think it goes. I feel like
It's
it's
still
all
psychological.
it's all perspective, because you can look at masturbation as empowering if you view it as I'm getting to know my body better, I'm getting to know me better, but
At like 15, yeah.
noted. So when you're still learning your body, that's when it's okay.
Because like it gets to a point.
Got you.
Bro, I think it's perfectly normal if you have a load and you haven't busted in a while, and if you rub one out, it's normal. Like if you have too much store too much of your sperm, your body has a physiological response. That's why people have wet dreams. You have to release. You have to bust a nut. If you don't bust frequently, you can even have you stupid. You can even get prostate cancer from like unhealthy, like dead sperm cells in your nutsack. So it's like it's normal. The body even asks for it, and you like fight when you don't do it.
Touch grass, bro.
I'm hearing everyone out, to be honest, right? I'm hearing everyone out. Like I don't disagree with the single one of you, because I do agree that some people who masturbate too much, it's an addiction, and maybe there's an addiction to porn. Some of them isolate themselves. Some people do it in school bathrooms. They literally spend time away from people to go masturbate. They'll go masturbate at a house party in between lectures. Do you get what I'm saying?
A Zoom call.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? Yes. Or like that, or people in parking lots. I do agree that sometimes for some people it's like alerting the people to a bigger issue. I think some people are, what you said, they do have a low self-esteem. They're addicted to pornography. It's affecting them negatively, and it's taking them away from people. And I also do agree with you that, like, for some people, it's literally how they learn their body better, how they navigate better. And it's empowering for some people, because, especially for women, because sex is considered something that's done to women and not with women. So that's what I'm saying. I agree with what everyone is saying. Like, I have nothing against it. I'm hearing all of you. To be honest, yeah.
Thank you guys so much. That was really fun and informative. You kids, tell us what you learned in the comment section. Let us know. Any closing words from anybody?
Live for you, guys. This is your life. Don't let other people's opinions and
Mr. DJ.
My point is live for you, guys. That's the word.
You're
of the
cooking.
day.
You're cooking.
That's what's up.
You're cooking.
Comment, subscribe.
Oh,
Like us,
so I'm not gonna get a chance to
I
say
said,
something.
can anyone? You just said you're cooking. You're
Say
cooking.
something.
So basically, I just want to remind you guys, bro, when you live in life, bro,
Sorry.
I just want to remind you guys, bro, in this life, dog, you should live life through other people's perspectives, bro.
Yes.
That's how you should see life, bro.
What?
This life thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Privately decorated.
Privately decorated
Yeah.
clothing.
You should also understand other people's perspectives, bro. Not too crazy, bro.
I just want to say, discernment is not just limited to spiritual intuition. Be discerning in every single situation. Look at him. He's losing his mind. Be discerning in everything. Anyone can be discerning. Everyone should be discerning. Thanks. That's all.
I don't have anything to say.
The closing word.
Oh, like us, love us, drag us. Bye.
Bye.